horse, Niels Olson. Fantastic. $4.99 right there on the butt. Okay, well today we are here in Lemoyne and we are at the Goodwill. It's been a week. Since my last visit. We're gonna head in and see what we can find to buy and flip for a profit. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Somebody's collection of Franklin heirloom dolls. They actually look pretty cool when they're all together. Alright, let's head to the back, shall we? Here are some strange orbs with monkeys on them. $4.99. Hey there.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
This is the second time I have seen this clock in like 3 days, and I know some of you have expressed that these can be worth money. I just remember this hanging on Grandma's wall and making lots of noise when I was a child. Give thanks. I'll fix that so it doesn't fall off the shelf. Somebody stuck some dried flowers to that gourd, and I'm not mad at it. I just don't think I can resell it. Brass, $2.99. Looks like it could be like an apron or something. Glass candlestick holder. This is made in Japan, I think. Maybe China. Some circus animals, it looks like. I think I actually sold all of the spode that you guys saw me pick up the other week. That was exciting. Christmas glasses. Santa and Mrs. Claus are still here. Oh, look. I love these silly things. This one seems to have... Let's see how many are there. So it looks like this one is missing, unfortunately. It is made in China, so... I don't know. I like these things. And yes, trolls. I did put it back together before I walked away. Oh boy. Alright, well, I'm not really seeing anything else here in the Christmas, which is surprising. These are Coca-Cola. Don't think they have very much age, though. Okay, let's go see what else we can find. Oh my goodness, I remember these. Who makes these? I remember these from when I was a kid and how expressive these little dolls were. They all had different expressions, and I don't remember who makes these. It's gonna drive me nuts. Of course, there's no GI. No, it's a GI Go toys. My goodness, look at them all. I'm a little tempted to look them up because there's so many of them. I wonder if these went with the doll collection that was sitting up front. I think that's quite possible. You know, I'll just browse around. Maybe if I don't find anything, I'll come back to them. I may have picked that up when I was here last week. $6.99. Looks like something may have been glued to that. Hand-painted porcelain. Am I being picky? Maybe I am. I've seen that pottery before. There's some signatures or markings on it. It looks familiar. Corel Simple Life. That is delightfully kitschy. $2.99. Of course, there is a chip. Oh, What would that be for? Is that for measuring spoons? I'm not quite sure. I might stick it in my basket and carry it around for a minute. Perfect. Thank you. Televerse, Niels Olson. Fantastic. $4.99 right there on the butt. At least 30 bucks. Alright, I gotta peel the sticker to see what that is. Oh, Antiques Marketplace of Lemoyne right there on the tag. So this is a little German vase. It's $1.99. It's marked Thomas of Germany. And I like the pattern on that. It's very simple. $1.99 for the bud vase. You can sit in there with the dollar horse. Dallas. I feel like I've looked at those before just because I saw the skyline and I thought those could be something good. But there was a reason I passed on them. Okay, let's see what else we can spot. That's a pretty neat dish for $2.99. I don't know though. It strikes me as something that was made in Taiwan or made in China, which doesn't usually indicate the best of quality. A lot of people ask me, why don't you pick up anything made in China? I do pick up things made in China. Usually it's the older made in China, antique made in China, or vintage made in China, not the newer stuff. There is a little bit of pink milk glass. This is Napco Ceramics. It's a great pattern. I like the pink. It's a pretty pink. $3.99 on the perfume. Stuff fun in there. And as I was looking at the perfume, I was looking past the perfume and I noticed these jars for $3.99. The contents of the jars aren't really that you know what? Just realized the one is really worn, and the fact that they're wrapped in packing tape probably won't bode well when it comes to removing the packing tape. It'll probably take off the design. Yeah, it's already taking off the design. That is such a bummer. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is fantastic. This is like the best crystal cube I have ever seen. And I've seen a lot of them because I always look at them because I know Jenny collects them. And I know Jenny has a surplus of them because everybody knows Jenny collects them. But this is the best one I've ever seen. I feel like Jenny needs this one for her collection. Czechoslovakia, just as I suspected, $2.99. It's just kind of a boring pattern though with the stripes. And it's just the teapot. I feel like if the creamer and sugar were here, maybe we might, but just by its lonesome, I don't know. What's that behind Jesus? It's another teapot. It has a yellow luster. There is a whole picture. I like the color of that. That's actually what caught my eye. Turned it over. It says Whole USA. Oven proof. Pretty color. It's a funny looking duck. She reminds me, I'm laughing because she reminds me of when my kids have a stomach ache and they're like, Mom, my stomach hurts. She's leaning over. Oh gosh, excuse me. They're like, why is she laughing? Why is she talking to herself? She's crazy. This is plastic. $2.99. That is great for fall. And that's so fun for Thanksgiving, right? You don't really find much for Thanksgiving. Normally, it's not like oh, Halloween's over. Let's celebrate Christmas. What's it marked? Argiroff. We'll pop it in there. I may have to look that up at some point. That's a pretty vase. Painted with butterflies and stuff. It's $4.99 though. Oh, just stick it back. Robinson Ransbottom. I could tell because of the blue stripes. It's kind of a giveaway on these. Sometimes it's not so obvious, but usually the blue stripes and just the shape of it, that ramekin shape, the giveaway when you see it is, hey, look at those blue stripes. So the question is, do I need more of these? Probably not. Do I have some listed, sitting on eBay? I do. Am I gonna buy some more? $2.99? Yes, I am. Okay, it took me a moment. I had to think about it. I was almost committed, and then I was like, yes, I am. Okay. There's a set of 6. I like these ones because they have the foot. The ones that I have currently don't have a foot. And I think that the foot is actually a selling point. The last time I was here, I made out really well with purses, so I'm not going to neglect them this time, even though I have a tendency to avoid the purses. And the reason for that is because the purses don't really... I'm not excited about the purses. I'm not excited. They sit, I buy them, and then they sit at my shop and I never list them. Until I get overwhelmed and I'm like, I gotta list some purses. So, that's my relationship with the purses. I don't really see anything here that I'm excited about, so we're gonna keep moving. Unfortunately, we have a chip. But also, it's a great pattern. It's marigold. It's not super exciting. Oh my god, this thing's awesome. $9.99. I think it's made out of cast iron, though. Oh no, it's Austin Products. That means it's made out of chalkware. There is a hole in it. I don't know why there's a hole. I'm very curious about this. I'm curious enough to put it in my cart and figure it out. Alright, well, they were restocking pretty heavily while I was putzing around over in the cups. So I'm going to just set it there. We're going to do a little searching of the shelves, and then I'll take a moment to look that up. $2.99. It's a pretty blue. Alright, I'm going to stick that in here. I'm just thinking I could stick that in my booth for like $8 and make a little bit of money. I don't have to worry about eBay fees. Alright, well, I found someone asking $200 for this swan. I didn't find any sold. But for $10, I could put it in my booth for, I don't know, $30, $40. I like the chunky sleeves on that sweater, but it's got a lot of pilling, so never mind. Wow, that's extremely lightweight. Our low price, I'm very curious what their low price was. Oh, I can see it. $6.99. Okay. You'll get it at a $2 discount. So there's some more holiday stuff over here. We've got Easter, a little bit of Christmas, an owl. He's very sweet. I was looking at the bottom. It says, Made in Japan Art Originals, New Canaan, Connecticut. So, Japan, but also Connecticut. I was getting ready to leave, and it occurred to me that, Jocelyn, you didn't even go down the red aisle. Of course I didn't. I always skip the red aisle. Here is a crow hanging on some watermelon. I love crows. My new logo actually has a crow on it. If you guys haven't seen it, I did launch some new merch. And I worked with The Letter Shop, who I admire very much. If you haven't checked out their Instagram, make sure you go and check it out. They incorporated all the things that I love, birds and also lamps. Perfect, right? You can go check it out on bonfire.com, and I actually have it linked. I'll link it down below in the description. But yeah, so crows, of course. I'm going to grab that. It's primitive. It's not really my style, but I feel like for that price, why not? I feel like I've been cursed by the red section ever since I passed up that $16,000 vase. What is this? $6.99. Looks interesting. Looks like it was intended as a lamp. I kind of like it. You know what? That would make a really cool lamp. We could make this into a lamp. We could when we have the time, on top of everything else we're doing. That would be a fun project, to make this into a lamp. How much is it? $6.99. I'm gonna grab it. Maybe someday when I'm bored, I'll make that into a lamp. The last time I was here, there was a gentleman here who was an artist, and he had picked up the most amazing artwork. Mark Sweden on the back. And I'm holding on to hope that maybe, you know what, maybe there was two of them. Maybe the other one is here, hidden behind another artwork. No, that's not it. I don't think that's going to be the case. Unfortunately. I did really like this. I thought this was neat. An old window. I don't think I'm going to have any room for it, though. Previously, in the kitchen, I had all that empty space up above where I was going to have my espresso machine, but now there's going to be a cabinet there. So I won't have room for hanging something like this. What do we have down here? Glass bake. I just saw the lid and I thought, oh, that could be something. St. Nicholas Square. So I can't believe that just happened. I was walking by, I was getting ready to do my cart review, and it was just like hanging out on the very bottom corner of the shelf, and I'm like, what? That is fantastic. That just totally made my day. Anyway, I'm here around the corner, and I noticed this. I like the shape of it. It says Michael Graves Design. It's got a really nice aesthetic. $4.99. I may have to look that one up, and that's something I can look up when I'm doing my cart review, so we'll just stuff it in there. Okay, we'll have to deliberating about the glasses and pushing them all the way around the store. I've decided that I'm going to put them back. Okay, I put the glasses back on the shelf in the glasses section where they belong, for anyone who is concerned about that. And I'm going to, gosh, this cart makes me nervous. It's this antique vase that's really got me worried about the setup of my cart. The only other thing that I'm really doubting, okay, is the tray. I'm going to wait until I have both hands to pull it out. I'm going to look up the name on the tray. And it's plastic. It's cool. It's vintage, but it's plastic. And I don't suspect there's going to be very much value there. So we're going to look it up. It's probably going to end up back on the shelf. Okay, I've got bad news. There is one listed. It's not the same one. Actually, it's a set of 4. And it's listed for $13 for 4. So, all right. I think everything else in the cart I'm happy with. I did look this up. This is Crestone, whole Crestone. Sells for about 20 to 24-ish. The chicken is just so adorable and kitschy. I can't leave it. So, all right. I think I'm gonna head up towards the checkout. Okay. Well, before we take off, I've circled it back around to these dolls. I finally looked them up. It turns out they can be worth money if you lot them together and you sell them as a lot. The issue that I'm facing here is they are $6.99 each, and at that price, it's not worth it. If they were $2 each, that would be a different story. But at $6.99 each, no way. So, unfortunately, I have to leave them behind. Well, my total spend there today was $57, and that was pretty exciting. They were restocking when I got there, and there were like 3 people restocking, and they'd come right out the door. They'd all go different directions. So it was kind of fun. It was like a treasure hunt. Like, oh my gosh, where did they go? Where? What? And it was like, okay. So that's how the vase ended up there, because it was like I couldn't keep track of all the different directions they were going, and so that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here now. Like I said, $57 was our total spend, and I think we're gonna do all right. But I will see all of you guys tomorrow. So. I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you.